H-harnessHobo here. Today, I want to talk about a chest rig or a few chest rig alternatives or plate carrier alternatives. Now, as you all know, in AIRSOFT it is the way for carrying magazines specifically, most likely, is plate carriers or chest rigs. Now, whether that be, a lot of it is usually those pretty damn Gucci plate carriers, right? I see a lot of those. I see a lot of people have those. A lot of videos I see people wear those. That's what they wear. I know those are cool and all, right? They've at a certain place and they're cool, but they're expensive. Very expensive, right? I mean, even just $60 is expensive for something to carry your magazines, right? And in AIRSOFT, if you're using high kappas, right? Sorry, high cap magazines, you might have, especially in an AK, right? I've got like, in my RPK mag, I've got like, 800 rounds or whatever, right? I don't need to do a lot of reloading. So you don't need to have a super retention magazine holder to whip out magazines that cost you another extra $15, right? Just to get the little inserts to make magazine holders have retention, it's like $15 for 3 of them, right? And now for real steel and real stuff, that is important, right? To have the fastest reload you possibly can. But in AIRSOFT, especially if you're not doing some high-speed stuff and you're doing more militia, slower kind of combat, right, then you really don't need all that super high-speed stuff. And so, 2 main things to think about, right, for alternatives. Number 1, pretty obvious, pockets, right? If you're wearing cargo pants or tactical pants, right, they have pockets, lots of pockets. You can put magazines in your pockets, even if they stick out, right? You can just, have mags in your pockets. That works. That works, right? It works. You can do that. You can also do it in a bag, right? Like a side bag like I have here. This is a World War II U.S. Marine Corps or Army bag. I couldn't find exactly what it was. I looked it up and looked for it, but I couldn't find any. It looked like this. So if you know what this is, leave it in a comment below. I'd love to know what it is. But it's an old Marine Corps bag I got from my great-grandfather. It's cool. It works as 3 points of 3 little tab things that you undo to pop out, right? And I have magazines in here, right? So let's say, right, I need to reload. Sure, it's a little annoying. But hey, that wasn't that bad. Boom, I have a new magazine. And they're not as expensive. They're easier to find. Surplus stores usually sell bags and stuff like this for pretty cheap. You can get old side bags and saddle bags, radio pouches, even medical bags you can get for like $20 off Amazon. Now, for the same price, you could get a Chicom chest rig or a cheap chest rig like that, which works really well if you want to do a chest rig. But if you don't want to do a chest rig and you want to have that more alternative look to your militia kit, you can go for something like a side bag to carry your magazines and stuff in, because that does look cool. Like, I admit, this looks pretty good, right? When you have the side bag, it looks different. You'll stand out more. But also, if you've got a group of, like, let's say 8 guys, and a lot of them have Chicoms, some of them have side bags, it really adds to that ragtag feel, that more just kind of cobbled together force, which is really what you're going for, what I go for when I'm working on my militia kit. So sometimes I like to have a bag like this instead of running my Chicom. It's cool. It's easy to take off. You can just throw it off if you don't want to have it. And it's cool. It hangs to your side. I mean, I know I just said it's cool like 4 times in a row, but it really is, and it works. If you're not now, if you're running mid caps, you will need to reload. You will need to reload more often if you're shooting a lot, which can be a problem, but most of the time, I've found when I need to reload in AIRSOFT, I usually try and get to a spot where I'm not as in immediate danger to reload in case if I, mess it up or I drop the mag or something like that, right? Because I'm a human, I'm fallible, I might not pull it off, right? So, that also works. If you're in an entrenchment or something like, a trench or a dirt embankment or something like that, you have more cover to reload behind, and so that kind of gives you a little bit of grace. Now, quick pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. Pros, cheaper. easier to find, alternative look, main things. Cons, yes, slower reload, not as tactical. But for the purposes of throwing together the more militia kit, I think it'd be cool to see more people running bags like this. That's just my personal opinion. Now, of course, you don't have to, right? You can run a Chi-Com. Chi-Coms look great, and I love my Chi-Com. If you want to see my Chi-Com, I have a video on that, so you watch that if you want to. But I just wanted to quickly talk about a few things I thought about for alternative than rigs and plate carriers if you want to have something different, because I couldn't really find any content on anything like that, so I thought I'd make a video about that. But yeah, just wanted to make this quick video. Thanks for watching. I hope you see you next time.